Before you convert to Islam, watch this. The request of David Wood and apostate prophet finally exposes their purpose. At last, their aim of slowing down the flow of conversion has been exposed. We already foresaw their goal behind their continuous misinterpretation of Islam. But we surely know that their vibrance in the media has rather sped up the process of conversion. People in general are not fools. They study Islam by themselves and finding the falsehood in the propaganda of these missionaries, people speedily convert to Islam. We shall expose here some unreasonable fallacious arguments of David Wood. Please hear.
Submitting to all of the decisions of Muhammad. In chapter 4, verse 65 of the Quran, Allah declares, "But know, by your Lord, they can have no faith until they make you, O Muhammad, judge in all disputes between them, and find in themselves no resistance against your decisions, and accept them with full submission." Notice, you can have no real Islamic faith until you make Muhammad judge in all disputes, and you find no resistance in yourself against any of his decisions. You have to accept Muhammad.
What is the harm, Mr. David? Why are you so excited with this verse of the Quran? We don't find anything wrong in it. What about your Christianity? Can a Christian do anything or believe anything beyond the decision and belief of Jesus? No. Then why should a Muslim have the option to disobey Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Why are you talking against his authority over a Muslim? Do you think that a man will be treated as a Muslim while he disobeys Islam's prophet? Can you be a Christian by disobeying Jesus? Are you sound in your mind?
You have to accept Muhammad's decisions with full submission. So, while the word Islam does mean submission, it's really the religion of submission to a man, because according to the Quran, you can only submit to Allah by submitting to Muhammad.
The word submission to Allah means obeying all orders and complying with all desires of Allah. And Allah has chosen Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as the prophet of Islam and the leader of the Muslims. Do you think, Mr. David, that the Muslims would oppose Allah's choice and disobey their leader who has been appointed by Allah himself over them? Why do you consider him as a mere man? Don't you know how to behave? Christians are proud of their good manners. Is it the exposure of good manners? He is our prophet. You don't have any right to dishonor him this way. It simply shows you in a black light that exposes the blackness of your heart. David Wood has uttered many other foul words which are unworthy of a gentleman. And we feel embarrassed to utter these obnoxious words for a prophet, whoever may he be. But David Wood does not feel it. He and his friends are proud of being Christians, who have taken all responsibilities of everybody's faith and religion over their shoulders. They have forgotten that faith or religion is a personal matter, and everybody has every right to choose his or her faith. They are nobody to hinder anybody. Nobody has assigned this duty to them for cautioning people against Islam. Still they do it free of cost. One may exclaim why they do it, but we see some design of Allah in it. The Quraysh did in fact spread Islam in the 7th century, and they did it by opposing it. The people came to know about Islam mainly because of the battles and commotion made by the Quraysh. Otherwise, Islam would not get spread so easily. The case is similar to the modern anti-Islamic preachers. They preach wrong ideas, wrong meanings, and wrong tenets of Islam via social media. People all get alerted and look into the matter themselves to find the precise wrong and motivate it. They then study their own religions to compare those with Islam and ultimately convert to Islam. We are 100% sure that David Wood, Apostate Prophet, J. Smith, Dan Gibson, Sneaker Corner, Al-Fadi, and many others like them have been continuously attracting people towards Islam, as Abu Jahl and Abu Lahab did in the 7th century by harping their deceptive false tune on Islam. They do not know that the general people are more intelligent than them.
Who was Muhammad? He was an illiterate 7th century Arabian caravan robber and warlord. As a rule,
by admitting that the Prophet of Islam was illiterate, David has unwittingly proved that the Quran was not written by him. It also proves that the Holy Quran is from Allah. Such a great book could never be written by any man. On the other hand, his inner feeling that a prophet must be a literate man is also wrong. You shall not find a single prophet in human history who was educated by any man. All were educated by Allah Himself. What is the harm with Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Why should he be a graduate? What was the qualification of your Jesus, of Abraham, or of Moses? Which schools did they attend? You should have got the first lesson of religion, that the non-schooling is the first and foremost qualification of all prophets. Allah Himself is their teacher. That is the greatest mystery with their prophethood. They needed not be the students of any human being. Why do you call the prophet as Arabian robber? Whom did he rob? None. The Quraysh ousted him and his companions from Mecca, and they usurped their property in Mecca. If they confiscate some property of the Quraysh in return, how can anybody call them robbers? Who are those fools? Why did the Quraysh ousted them and plotted against their lives? Why do you call him our Lord? Who had entreated your bloodthirsty forefathers to attack him? You waged war against him and got defeated, and now call him our Lord. What a funny kind of man you are. Many other vulgar talks are there in David's video, but I don't feel any need to reply to those vulgarities. After all, nonsense is nonsense.